Welcome to the episode of Husbands Watching Housewives. I'm Scott.
And I'm Jeff.
And we just watched an episode of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
We sure did.
Or Santorini.
Yeah, or Santorini.
As they still are in Greece.
Yeah, still in Greece on New Year's Eve.
Well, not for them, but for us.
Right.
This is going to be our last episode of 2025.
I know.
So it's going to be our 126th episode. It's 2 more than we did last year, which I don't even know how that happened since we started so late last year, but I got to blame it on the Bravo schedule, really.
It's a lot of Bravo. I mean, well, we didn't start very late. I mean, we started in January 2020.
But like towards the later end of January.
Yeah.
So we had the whole month this year. So, but again, it has to be the Bravo schedule that determines how many episodes we have because we are reliant on Bravo putting out some quality programming.
In order for us to talk about it.
Exactly, right.
Yes.
I really wanted to do something during Christmas, but there wasn't anything going. I meant to do like a Merry Christmas episode, just a nice little 5-10 minute thing.
I know, we talked about that. And then like we got so caught up in
Christmas. Got caught up in all the holidays.
Which, yeah, I guess we haven't done a show since
Potomac before?
Yes, Potomac was the last one. Yeah.
So
we had a great Christmas, great holiday. We ate a lot. Got tired of eating, like so much turkey. So many leftovers.
I made a big point of getting like an extra large turkey because there's nothing worse than like spending all day making turkey and all the fixings and all the sides, as you're aware, and then having no leftovers. But as we ate turkey leftovers for probably 3 or 4 meals, and I think you had one more than I did.
Maybe, yes.
Yeah.
I'd had like, a little bit, yesterday. And I'd had a turkey sandwich at one point on like Sunday. Yes, that wasn't wow.
I meant to make a big deal about it and do a friend style moist maker, but I would have had to have made gravy, which I completely forgot. How do you make Christmas dinner, an entire turkey dinner, and forget gravy?
I'm not a gravy person, so I didn't recognize the lack of gravy.
Said you, the only person on the planet that doesn't want gravy.
Pretty much, yeah.
So
yeah,
it was. I'm ready to quit eating food. I guess just in time for a New Year's resolution of I'm going to lose weight.
I can only imagine what the gym, how busy it's going to be. This weekend.
Well, it's got to get busier because I need to start going. I need to get my ankle looked at. I think there's something really wrong with it. Even though the doctor said there wasn't, I feel like I need to go back in and be like, is there anything more you can do to look at it? Because I've been limping for like 6 months. I'm not like
you're still limping.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Notice that.
At the age I'm at now, though, 48, they just, it's arthritis. And I'm like, really? Is it arthritis? Does arthritis really feel like that? I don't feel it.
It could be.
I don't. It could be, but I think it could also just be like, we didn't notice anything and we didn't look very hard.
Well, we're talking about 6 months. I kind of feel like I want you to go to a specialist.
Does Kaiser have a specialist? I don't know that they do.
I'm sure a doctor could refer you to somebody.
I'm sure we could figure it out. Yeah. We have New Year's Eve tomorrow for us.
Yes.
We're not planning anything major, just going to stay in and watch Andy and Anderson. Is that the plan? Might go to a friend's house for dinner. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think seeing Andy and Anderson, they're always jovial.
Yeah.
Fun.
Jeff has gotten to a point where with this and 4th of July, is it? And Halloween, you just don't want to be out because there's going to be too many shenanigans out there on the road.
Yeah. It's just people, well, Halloween, it's just, people getting drunk and driving, and it's just better to, even though we live in a small town and this town, and we're not that far from our friends, it's still, I like just to be home, and this is our station, and with the cats. And
this is how it starts. This is how you're going to be like 5 years older and be like, we can't leave. It's nighttime.
Yeah, I can't drive at night.
Can't drive at night. We would leave the house after dark.
Driving in the rain is bad enough. And in the rain, and it's going to be raining all next week, or this weekend, next week, and driving in the rain. And dark, and it's a fascinating conversation.
I'm sure that it is. Absolutely. I'm sorry that we're on this new platform. I can see how my levels are, and you definitely talk louder than I do, which is there's something wrong with this microphone. One or the other.
Yeah. Also, I think I get really close to the microphone, and I just have that.
You have a good radio voice as opposed to me. I really do not.
I'm regular Shadow Steven.
I should not have my own podcast, as many people.
What is Shadow Stevens?
I don't know.
Did he do radio, or did he just do?
He did radio, I think. And then I think when he stopped being the center square, Whoopi Goldberg put him out of work when she became the center square.
Was he always?
No, he was actually the bottom.
Yeah.
He wasn't the center square. He was the bottom center.
It was like Paul Lynde, and then someone I think before Whoopi, like someone in the '80s, because like I remember Shadow from the '80s,
right?
In like one of the corners. So Whoopi was more like '90s.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fast.
see, the problem with Hollywood Squares when they tried to redo it is they didn't have like the keys to the car. They're like, you need to have
the keys to the car.
And then you picked one key and you tried different cars all week, and maybe eventually it would work. Oh, it was so good.
You know, I'm saying because we've been watching
a lot of classic Concentration.
No, we've been watching a lot of that too, but we've been watching a lot of Card Sharks. I feel like the car part is just like a little like added on.
Oh,
it
no,
seems like so like not even.
Well, it's because the original ones with Jim Perry, yeah,
Jim Perry.
they didn't have the car. They just threw that on there because they needed to make up the.
Because they were also doing cars,
right?
But it seems like it's such an add-on. Like I feel like,
and I have yet to see anyone win the damn car.
No, and they did like a Hawaii vacation.
Yeah, well, that was I think for the kids.
Kids, that's right.
We watch a lot of game show channels.
A lot of Buzzer.
You
could do an ad for Buzzer better than the ads they put on Buzzer.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
But like
a lot of old people ads.
Yeah, you need to watch some classic game shows. Buzzer's your channel. However, you will need to mute the commercials every so often because they're just some of the worst commercials.
And they go on forever. It's like, I'm not going to buy that hose.
No, we already bought that hose, basically.
Is that the same hose?
It's pretty much the same hose.
It doesn't, but no, it doesn't like like wrap up on itself.
It does, yeah. No, yeah, it does wrap.
Well, we just keep it in that bucket. Well,
I don't water things anymore because I just prefer that our plants die. Really, you know, I don't have a green thumb.
It's like no guy from Home Improvement that's not Tim Allen. I don't want to buy that hose.
Karn? Wasn't his name something Karn? I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot of commercials geared for, and we're in their 40s, but these commercials are geared for like people who
60s and above.
I think it's probably 70s and above. There's a lot of Medicaid Part D and a whole bunch of stuff. Insurance. A lot of incontinence on the game show chance or on Buzzer. It's absolutely insane. It's going to be one day. That's what Bravo will be showing is a bunch of incontinence commercials.
As they age,
they should have done that when Ramona was on.
Oh, because she would always
have an somewhere, yeah.
Yeah, she would always have an accident. I was thinking of like Rena because she did like with the pens. She had a pretty penny from it.
Well, we are back with Salt Lake.
Yes.
How do you? What did you think of this episode?
I thought it was a great episode. I'm glad I didn't expect one. I thought they would wait, until next week because they basically probably thinks that no one is around watching. Maybe they aren't. Maybe they're hanging out with family or whatever, traveling. But I'm glad there was a good episode. It was really good. And I think they're kind of running out of things to fight about.
Yeah.
But the way they fight and the whisper fighting, that was a new one.
That was really good.
And who's past the alcoholic?
Yeah, the alcoholic accusation round.
Yeah.
That is very...
and photo shoot. It was a lot. There's a lot going on. I think we start...
Yeah, where do we start?
Angie getting hurt.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't... Like when she grabbed her face, I thought she was like, "Oh no, I hit that guy." I didn't. It was, "Oh no, I got hit straight in the face."
Yeah.
And how? I guess he was coming around a corner like so quickly, while holding a bunch of coffees, and like she just wasn't paying attention, and like got whacked by the tray.
Yeah.
And as Bronwyn said, luckily her lips safe.
Yeah, her lip filler.
Yeah.
Protector served as a buffer.
Yes.
I didn't realize Angie was so accident prone. Or whether it was just these two times and they're, playing
like Danger Prone Daphne.
What?
Scooby-Doo, Danger Prone Daphne.
Oh, I don't remember.
They called it because she'd always, get in like fall down or get into like not fall down, but like get into trouble.
Oh, okay.
She would like, oh no, I wrecked that booby trap we were gonna. And they'd say, "Oh, Danger Prone Daphne does it again."
I don't remember that.
I
watched a lot of Scooby-Doo.
I've seen like every.
I've told you this in the past. I used to be afraid to watch Scooby-Doo by myself.
How old were you?
Oh, I was like probably first grade.
Okay, I was going to say if you were like 12.
Because it would be on after school.
Yeah.
And I would get home. I'd walk home with a neighbor and I'd get home and my brothers weren't home yet. And I would like have to wait for them to come home to watch Scooby-Doo with me because I was just too frightened. But then my brother Adam, he ended up, there was the one where, I think it's the Mummy, and he would walk around and he just kept saying, like, looking for the gold coin. He'd just, coin, coin.
Why can I so hear him say that?
He does that. He would do that to me, and it would scare me, and I would like just I would be like having an utter fit about it. So to this day, he will still occasionally pull out the coin.
I think I like to bust out like the minor 49er.
Yeah, I never really bothered.
That, yeah, but no, that was. I think it was kind of like a Jekyll and Hyde one where like that guy was like.
I think another one.
Yeah, and he was like green fake. It was very creepy. Yeah,
there's a lot of creepiness. I think especially the first season. I think where it was actually kind of meant to be spooky, and then later on, once they realized the meddling kids of it all, is when they got more campy and kooky.
Well, I have to say that Scooby-Doo is my all-time favorite cartoon. I just love it.
I mean, my all-time favorite classic, probably.
Altogether.
I don't know. I was a big fan of the Flintstones and the Jetsons, but you don't see them anymore.
I did like those too, but like, Scooby, you don't see, well, no, we're not looking for cartoons. Like, we don't see them very often. We're not looking for them. But, yeah.
But the same way you don't really see, I Dream of Jeannie and, shows
It's
of
on.
that era. It's on, but you have.
We're not,
Yeah. But the Flintstones and Jetsons, I don't think are on anywhere. I think you'd have to really go.
I think the Flintstones, you can see them like on Antenna TV, the same one you can see like Bewitched and I Dream of Jeannie.
That's true.
Yeah.
But they're not on the way they were when we were kids.
No. It's not like on TBS.
Right.
Or TNT.
But of course, there's 20,000 more channels and 100 million more cartoons now. So, I mean, there's a whole network devoted to them.
If only there was a Cartoon Network.
But they're all showing, modern cartoons and, stuff made for, first run adults.
Like Adult Swim and all that.
Right. Adult Swim, you'd think I would have enjoyed Adult Swim a lot more. Even Robot Chicken and everything, like I was like, it's funny, but
not my vibe.
Yeah, I'm not like Archer. I think is good.
Never got into Archer.
See, that's a show I think you would enjoy as well. Like even though it's being cartoon, because it is very real, like and funny, and there's running jokes and gags. So I think we should watch Archer before we watch West Wing. I would say we watch Veep, then Archer, then West Wing.
No, West Wing trumps them all. The one like all the.
It takes their hour-long episodes, and there's so many seasons.
I mean, I've never seen any of them, so I would try like one episode just to see what it's like.
I think my problem with West Wing, when I went back to watch as well, is that it was always written to be very current of the political times.
But yeah,
and now, I don't know what politics were. I wasn't paying attention to politics when it ran the first time, and I wouldn't be able to remember what the hell was going on back in 2004.
It's a learning.
What was it? The 90s or was it 2000?
It was the 2000s, early 2000s.
Okay,
I think.
See, you're not even sure.
Got to watch it now.
Oh.
Anyways, back to Danger from Angie.
Oh, sorry.
So luckily, the blood on the wall was like, It
was actually blood, though. It looked like it looked too maroonish, like it might have been jelly or something, or like jam. Like he had like a tray of coffee and like some biscuits or something.
I mean, it must be jelly because jam don't shake like that.
And then blood don't bleed like that. So
I'm just glad she's okay, because when they replayed that, the when they're there on the boat and she had her finger slammed door, I'm like, wow.
Well, I think that accentuated the door slamming noise, because you actually see it was like swoosh, and it was slammed.
No, we've been in hotel rooms. Those doors slam hard.
That's true. Very true.
So
then, let's be boys. Okay, all right. I wasn't sure. So then, is that when they just get ready now to go to the photos?
Yeah, it's like Meredith and Lisa and talk, and it's like, I'm doing much better today, and Meredith is choosing happiness today, and but yes,
Angie's dress friend came over.
Bro, better than the dress friend in Miami.
Yeah,
and then there's all different kind of dresses, but I was like, the
yeah.
No, they all look really pretty and Grecian, and the colors were perfect for everyone. We saw Heather's boob. People, they questioned Meredith's happiness, which I'm like, just let Meredith be happy. Let's not focus on it. But it's Housewives, so they have to.
But, it goes into the mood swings, which I'll talk about later. I know I didn't rewind it and show it to you, but I'm rolling my eyes officially now at the fact that Lisa had like a Chanel pin or something in her belt of that.
She had to make it Lisa.
Why? It's not like that dress was made by Chanel, and it's like, oh God, are you going to explode if you're not wearing a label of some sort?
Yeah, she will. She'll catch on fire.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But it was a great color on her. But yeah, the belt, it was too much. Funny, Chanel always said, before you walk out, take off one item. That should have been the one item.
Should have been the one
Yeah.
item. Do you think that they made the whole deal about the photographer being to Britani like 1, 2, 3, you're supposed to like move and jump and do something, and she just sat there doing nothing? Do you think that was prelude to later on where we're being told Britney's stupid?
Maybe, or maybe it was like an ode to Top Model. Because it felt like a challenge. No, on the 3, you jump.
Right. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So then after they did that,
they split up to the spa and lunch, which becomes very sad
Right.
very quickly. I think what makes this, and it's both this scene and then later on the dinner scene, when Mary speaks up and like not in a like a Mary like way, but like a very direct way and says something, it feels like gospel. Not to like,
not to hit it right on the head
that,
there.
yeah. But everyone just stops. They're like, oh, Mary said that. Oh.
Well,
so when Mary says, I'm concerned about Meredith, it's not bullshit. It's not like I'm trying to create a story. I don't think Mary knows how to do that. So I think she truly feels I'm concerned for Meredith.
I think also the way she does bring it in is she doesn't layer it with, an accusation. It just, she said that the way that she's behaving, she's going through something. She's not saying that like she's drinking too much or she's on something. It's just that she's clearly something's going on in her life that's causing her to be up and down and have these mood swings. And I'm concerned for her as to what might be happening in her life.
Right.
It leaves it open for, it could just be something in her marriage. It could just be that she's in a bad mood. It could also be that she's taking pills and drinking.
Right.
So she's leaving it open so that later on, I think she probably, I have to imagine with the church and all the rumors we've heard about it, she's probably gotten really good at being ambiguously specific or specifically ambiguous.
I like both ways of saying
it. Where she basically can throw things out there, without actually saying those words.
Right. She did reference Robert Jr., but she didn't say like a direct correlation of like, I know what drug abuse looks like.
Exactly.
It's more like she is going through something. I don't know how to help her. I don't know what the thing is, but I'm concerned for her.
Right.
So I think Whitney kind of did the similar thing because she was going there talking about her dad, but she didn't also make a direct correlation aside from like earlier in the season, she called her a pill popper and an alcoholic. But Mary did it in a much better, delicate way that shut them both down a bit because they're just like, I don't know what else to say to that.
I think Whitney was definitely, though, a little, she was saying that because of what I witnessed with my dad, like I'm extra sensitive to I see going on with Meredith. So that's a little bit more of my dad's an alcoholic, so is that. But Mary was making it with Robert Jr. like, I didn't see the signs that he needed help, but now I know what to look for. And, I thought it was smart of her to even say that because at one point she was saying, I've been on top of it, but she realized, but I wasn't always on top of it. And I think
she did pause. Like,
she paused.
Now I know.
Right now I know, which is good. Also, I could just hear the fans coming for her and being like, "Oh, you know so well that you let it happen." But that's what she's saying is that she can see, now when someone needs help, she wants to be there for them. So again, I think very well done of Mary to like throw it out there without being, whether intentional or not, without being accusatory.
And this also goes back to when she first sat down with Meredith after the flight and said, I'm really worried that you don't remember what I remember and you're questioning what I know to be a fact.
Right.
So it's not out of nowhere. She was genuinely concerned then and she is now.
Right.
So it's been consistent.
And meanwhile, Bronwyn was just sitting there being like, nope, I'm not going to weigh in on this.
I'm not a therapist. I'm not a specialist. But then I think she was silent because she was like really thinking, do I say it? Do I say it? And then she says it about seeing Seth with a woman at dinner in New York. And it was like, oh, okay. I don't know if I would say that because it's now that you put it out there, it's going to become a thing.
And it's, kind of BS of her to say, I'm not saying that, he was with another woman, but, we did see him with another woman. It's, well, you're on a Housewives show. What do you think is going to be done with that information? You weren't bringing it up. Bronwyn was definitely not bringing it up in a way that it was completely natural. Oh, I saw him with a business partner, or oh, I saw him with, what did she say, a donor, or it wasn't a donor, but it was someone, fundraiser, or something like
not
that.
fundraiser, like not a client, but
I can't remember the word.
someone, yeah, someone. There was some sort of professional,
Words,
which it could have been. It could have been.
right.
Yeah. But I
And
think, she had a feeling, and she wouldn't be saying it now if she didn't have a feeling.
True.
Also, I don't think that she's being malicious, because I think people will try to say, like, oh, she's trying to distract from Todd's whole situation. I don't think that's the case. I think she's, just genuinely feels this way.
Mm.
Yeah. Are you okay?
yeah, I think we're fine. I'm just being sensitive. I want to make sure nothing's, recording poorly.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
I think we're good.
So yeah, it was a lot of lunch, and a lot of things that were said that I was like, oh, I'm surprised that was said. I'm sure will all come out in great detail next week.
And they, meanwhile, at the spa, where they had to be quiet, and they were having
Failed.
the Real Housewives of ASMR.
First of all, the whole you got me wet, like my hair, like to
No, you got me wet.
like just
Why
to
are you
hear
throwing
about
water at me?
the specific details about how Angie blows out her hair.
Now it's crunchy. It's crunchy.
It's crusty.
Crusty.
It feels crusty now. It feels crusty.
And it took me an hour because of my finger.
I did with a bad hand, Brittany, and then you ruined my blowout.
Yeah.
They do really come, like, one, it wasn't mature, but two, it didn't warrant this reaction of like them all being like whisper, like hateful fighting at Brittany.
The thing is that, like, they made this, we're in this really serious spa, and it's like, it's not a serious spa, it's just a quiet spa. Like, you can go to a spa and have fun and giggle and do things, but just be quiet about it. But like, it's not like they all walked in there into this assumption of, we're going to have a super relaxing, somber time.
But she also, she knows about hair, which her hair is not synthetic.
Well, I like that.
That was so rude.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, not like Angie's
Like,
hair
it
is
feels-
all Angie's hair. Do you think Angie definitely has extensions?
No, I think that was all when she's blowing that. Well, I could be wrong.
I'm sure she has very long hair.
I think the only one who didn't have fake hair was Whitney.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, because I like that Brittany's response was, it's not synthetic, it's real hair.
It's from a head.
It's from a head.
It's from a head.
Not mine, but it's from someone's.
I think if she had just been like a little silly and a little funny without getting anyone wet, there wouldn't have been an issue.
I don't understand what the whole purpose of that little spa room was. These little basic cattle troughs that were just walking
Right.
through.
Why are we like walking in a little maze
Right.
in the water?
Like, is it just meant to be?
Shirley is peed in. Surely.
No, I don't believe that. As someone who's done mud baths before, I don't want to believe anyone has done anything inappropriate in a spa.
No,
like
I
that.
think she was being funny about the poop, but I think for sure someone has peed in that situation.
I have some class, people. But yeah, I don't understand. Are you just supposed to hang out in the water and like?
Yes.
But it just seemed weird that it was this
You through the water. You walk in the water.
maze of water.
Maze of water. And you
Was
go to
this-
the quiet room where you're not quiet.
Whole new definition of lazy river.
Lazy trickle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then when they gain, so yes, I do think that Brittany is over dramatic, and she probably throws out certain details about her daughters for sympathy,
Mhm.
but it doesn't mean it's not real.
Right.
She was a strange, and for Lisa to say that's your own fault, it's like, yeah, but you don't say that. Like, we don't talk about kids like that.
Well, the way
You know?
Lisa said it was that those were because of your choices, which made
Right.
it seem as though it was Brittany's choice to not speak to her kids, where really the word should have been, it was her decisions that caused it,
Right.
which is what Brittany said in the past.
Your choices in men. What she said, right? Like, she can say that about herself, and she'd have that scene with her daughter on camera. But Lisa, for her to say, like, it's really 2 steps away from saying you're a bad mom,
Mhm.
which Lisa got offended last season when Angie basically accused her of that whole
Letting Henry play video game.
till 2 in the morning.
Right.
Yeah. So I would just, anything kid related, I would stay away from.
Right.
So just say, like, I think you're over dramatic, but to like specifically say like Olivia, it's like, don't go there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. No, I
yeah.
agree. there's more going on at that. Oh, what did it ultimately got Meredith pissed off?
Oh, when they were just, she was saying like, well, you can talk about your kid, but you have no sympathy for me when I talk about my kid, and I think you're disgusting, and it's a typical Meredith like tirade.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever, she stormed off. She's never gonna not be back.
Well, I don't know. She took Housewives out of her Instagram. Meredith might not come back.
She hit a bigger DJ on the Instagram.
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't raise the size of the font up there in your profile.
No.
So,
yeah. Yeah, it was more like just funny ASMR fighting, and which was
they clearly sent the producers had to have sent the spa attendant in to be like, you ladies need to be quiet, because like, you could tell like when she turned, she was kind of like giggling, like, oh, I just was on camera.
right. And did I get my line right?
Yeah, exactly.
You ladies.
And she's just back. Like, be quiet. We're getting complaints from other people.
Hush.
Also, like, there was anyone else in that spa, like with filming and everything. If that spa was truly meant to be like a quiet relaxation spa, they wouldn't have an entire camera crew there and lighting and all that.
No, like, we're getting complaints from whom?
Right.
Yes.
So then after that,
Whitney told Heather about what they talked about at lunch, which is your first mistake.
Oh, after Heather used Whitney's steamer, and which I swear to God, I thought she was filling with vodka.
Because the bottle looked like a vodka bottle.
Yeah.
I know water comes in glass bottles like that,
right.
but like it looked like she was like, well, this is all I got.
Well, when she picked it up at first, I thought she was just going to take a swig out of it like it was vodka. And then when she started pouring it in, I'm like, oh, that's it. Oh, that's water.
If this was Roni, then you're going to be like, whoa. Steam. Whoa.
And someone like, are you steaming your clothes with vodka? Yeah. No wonder you smell like a lush. So, but yeah, I mean, Heather, for her credit, I think when Whitney was recounting what was said at lunch, Heather didn't seem to be like, ooh, this is going to be dirt. Like, this is going to cause some shit. She was definitely like, I feel, oh, okay, you guys were talking about that. And when she said, I'm glad I'm not the only one who's, bringing this up, I don't think that was necessarily in a cover her ass sort of way. I think it was, oh, okay, I'm not crazy for thinking these things.
And again, when Mary said it, she's like, oh, this brings some weight to it. For whatever reason, like, if Mary says something, they're all like, whoa, this is serious. Mary has said it. So,
which gets Heather later.
Yes, exactly.
So then is that what they do? Just go to dinner right after that? After everyone... they show Angie doing her hair again. Oh,
no. So we're in the Sprinter where Lisa, out of nowhere. Here's the thing. In that trailer we saw, and the preview we saw last week when Meredith is in the bathtub, of course, talking about someone drinking too much, I thought for sure she's going to be talking about Whitney based on what we heard about at BravoCon. But for her to like shift it to Britani felt so random, but not random because she hates the chick. So of course she's going to be like, yeah, I heard she's throwing up. But
why in any world do they think it would be a good idea for Lisa to randomly bring that out of the blue without it being traced?
So out of the blue.
Yeah. And it just seems so, and Britani was right. No one brought this up at the time. And so what? Like, who, You're
not concerned for me. You're just trying to like get me on something. And who would want to get me the most? Your friend Meredith.
Right.
And then for Meredith to try to make it seem like she heard it from Bronwyn. I feel like Bronwyn should have said at the table what she said in her confessional. No. That's not how it went down.
Right.
So let's clarify it. I may not like Britani all the time, but I'm not saying that she's drinking to excess and puking.
Right.
Just don't do that. But yeah, out of nowhere in the Sprinter for Lisa to say, yeah, you're an alcoholic. Like I heard you was like,
See, and also like
such a non sequitur.
And it's just dumb. Like if Meredith would have the better ability to do that and just start bringing up I thought it was okay to just throw out accusations like that. But for Lisa to do it, it just feels hollow every which way.
Very hollow. Like, because why would she be having this conversation with Britani? Like they're not interacting like that. And there's so obvious. There's no righteous reason for Lisa to be doing it, unless she's going to turn and be like, oh, well, it's okay for you to call my friend an alcoholic, but I can't call you one. Oh, I'm teaching you a lesson. Right. Which is Meredith totally could. So once again, she's being Meredith's mouthpiece. Right. I don't, like I said to you, what does Meredith have on her? Like, why is Lisa doing anything for anyone besides Lisa?
It's probably from the hot mic from season 2 or 3,
You
whatever
owe
that
me?
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, you owe me for that. How long is she going to owe her for that is my question.
Uh,
So
to one of them's off the show.
something else I feel like happened in the Sprinter van other than that.
No, it was just basically them piling the two of them. No, really, it was more Lisa because the piling happened at
Yeah,
the
you're
dinner.
right.
And Whitney and Heather being like, "What is going?" They clocked it right away. They're like, "Wait, why was she saying this?" You know, no one else is paying attention. But yeah.
Then they get to dinner.
Beautiful dinner.
Of course, downstairs that they all
Upstairs,
couldn't get down easily.
Yeah.
I feel there was that thing about Bronwyn having to take the call from Todd about her mom. It's an interesting detail, but kind of feels like it was wedged into the whole show.
What I liked though is that she was so set on, I'm not going to get into this. This is not going to be my scene. I'm here. I'm fine. Like, she's like, I'm here. I'm fine. Ready to go. Translation, do not keep bringing this up. Like,
right.
She could have said, gotten a whole, like, entire, like, details about, like, you know, it's my family home. And even though Todd and I have not been in a good place, he's stepping up here. But she was like, nope, 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 nope.
I like what she said in her confessional, though, that, like, this is the Todd that, you know, I love, the one who just unconditionally steps up and does what needs to be done and doesn't question whether he should be doing it or someone else. It has to be done. So.
And I think she didn't, you know, bring it up or go into more detail because she didn't want the folks to be on Todd again for her sake and for his sake. So she wanted to come back from this trip saying, like, we didn't trash you. You won't be embarrassed here. You know, I think she's got out what she needed to get out. But ironically, they're getting enforced out.
Yeah, can't do anything about that. I saw some, I guess, posts that were saying that she was spotted with Todd and Gwen, like, in New York at dinner. So, like, they're clearly still, like, amicable.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Yeah.
But it's the article was written in a way that was very like, well, are they really getting a divorce? Or are they just saying they're getting a divorce?
I think they definitely are still, but I think they're on good terms. And also, too, you don't, I mean, sometimes you can, but in his case, you don't divorce children. So he has such a bond with Gwen, he's not going to let that go. And obviously, Bronwyn's part of the package. So,
right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But then that's when it turns to Brittany confronting Lisa about, like, why would you bring that up and all that stuff.
And then it goes to Meredith. It's like popcorn Meredith, popcorn Bronwyn, and yeah.
But then finally comes down to Heather defending Brittany, and then Lisa, rightfully so, being like, well, are you her mouthpiece?
No, that was Mary.
I thought Lisa brought it up, and then Mary was the one who was like, no, but you are her mouthpiece. And, like, that's when Heather was just like, oh, okay. We got to charge that late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe, but yeah, but
by the way, that's what you were saying. Like, the fact that Mary brings up, like, no, you're talking for her.
The fact that Mary brought up stopped Meredith. Whoa, Heather and Meredith.
You mean Mether?
Mether.
Yeah, it's not.
No, I mean mother.
Oh no.
Mother is mothering.
Heather did, like, you could see her kind of on camera, like, be a little flustered,
like retract. Oh, sorry, Mary. Like, oh.
There's so many things she could have said, though, of, like, yeah, I feel that I need to speak on her behalf because da-da-da-da.
Well, Whitney tried to take it there. She's like, okay, Heather's down for the count. Let me step up here. There's a difference between Lisa. Angie made a good point to compare the two, but it's different because everyone is just in a malicious way is piling on Brittany, whereas with Meredith, they're like coming from a place of like, not, I don't think being malicious. They're just like, I'm concerned. This seems weird, or you know, you were acting horribly to this person. Yeah, and then Lisa steps in like, no, it's fine, and it's just not needed. Well,
then Lisa, like, that was funny when she's like, I never called you an alcoholic, and it's like 2 minutes before you alkied.
Not even like 16 seconds.
Yeah. And then even Meredith was like, well, yeah, you did say that.
Yeah, Meredith's like, I'm a lawyer.
Which, you know, in many other circumstances, especially one that was so clearly Lisa doing Meredith's dirty work, I could see a housewife turning and being like, "I'm doing this for you," and now you don't have my back.
For sure.
Like, you could definitely have freaked out about that if you really wanted to. But I did like that Lisa ultimately was just kind of like, "All right, fine, you're not an alcoholic. I'm sorry I called you that."
Yeah. Ron was like, just say sorry. Sorry, I called you an alcoholic.
Oh, if still, I don't live in a world where someone just apologized to me just for the sake of apologizing that I would ever let it go.
I was thinking about this earlier, or not earlier, but the other day. With me, if you get on my bad side, if you give me a sincere apology, I can be cool and move on. I'll never forget it, but I'll move on. But if you don't, then it's like you're never going to get off the shit list with me.
Right, right.
Yeah.
What was that? Was that in New York where they were like, you have to be able to forgive people, or else if you never forgive people, you'll never move on?
I think it might have been New
It
York.
was the new New York. I
Yeah.
think it was. Yeah, it was. I think I heard Jenna Lyons saying it to someone.
There were so many, God, New York was so many like just dumb friendship conversations like that. I'm like, nothing is being said that hasn't already been said, and it's trite, and I'm over it. Do something.
Wow, I didn't realize you felt that way.
I like New York. I want New York to come back, New York. But there's sometimes where it's like, you were fighting about the stupidest things, like, oh, my friendship, or you. I'm like,
it's that whole thing like Salt Lake used to be, is like, oh, well, I want to be Lisa's best friend, and why aren't you being my best friend? And it's just like, why is everyone trying to be everyone's best friend? It's okay, you don't have to be everyone's best friend.
It's too deep in your analysis of the friendship. You're a grown woman. Like, I don't understand why you're talking so much about this.
Yeah.
That's very high school.
So where did we leave on this episode?
They were fighting. Like, Lisa accidentally knocked over the wine.
Oh. I think that was an accident. That really was.
She was like, yeah, that was an accident. I was not throwing wine. And then they got kicked out.
Oh, right. Which I think the producers must have been like, can you kick them out?
No, they were fed up.
No,
those dinners go on more than what we see. So they must have been there for hours. But they were still eating.
Some of their plates were pretty empty. And I really do feel like they must get paid some sort of buyout fee for that, to have put up the camera.
For sure, no one else is in that. But
it's like the restaurant was rented out.
But they wanted to be closed. They were like, I'm done with this. The screeching is getting on my nerves. Get out. And for Angie to say, sir, this is my country.
that is just like the most creepy, like cringy American thing that anyone could say.
But Greek.
I know, but like, I don't care if you Greek. It'd be like me going to Russia or Ukraine and be like, this is my country, just because I happen to be descended from, your people. It's so, no. Like, you're a guest in their country. Behave with that.
This whole thing is being Greek. So
I didn't notice when she had the Greek flag plastered across her breasts with her bikini earlier in that episode. Wish I knew the different components of the Greek flag, like what they called, like the cross and the stripes.
Oh, yeah.
But because one was the cross and the other was the stripes. So. Anyway, but we have one more episode after this, right? Next week's the finale. Next week. Oh, we didn't mention this was the penultimate. We always
the penultimate. We love a penultimate.
We love it.
Oh, so good.
So next week we get an exciting conclusion, it seems,
of Meredith and her issues that we. It seems like they're kind of trying to have an intervention, maybe.
It doesn't seem that way necessarily.
Maybe not intervention, but like we feel like we need to say these things. And
to me, it seems like they're all just talking about the situation and trying to like lay out their feelings about the matter. And then that's when Meredith is like, well, what's there to discuss or whatever the hell.
Well, the thing is, as Mary said, you're not going to be that upset unless there's an actual issue.
Right.
If someone comes to me and says, you're an idiot, I'm like, I'm not an idiot. So I'm not going to like even rise to like your level, like whatever. Mm-hmm. But she always rises. So there must be something.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Seth is cheating. I'm not saying she's doing pills or drinking too much and throwing up.
No, only Brittany does that.
Yeah. Well, Brittany accused her of doing it last season.
That's right.
Yeah. Comes tit
God,
for tat.
it
Yeah.
really was, because that's when Meredith did the whole like investigation of like, oh, can you hear through these walls? Like,
Heather.
that was so dumb. And Heather was clearly just humoring her on that one. Like, okay, yeah, let's do this.
No, they're looking for a bug.
Oh, that's what it was.
Oh my gosh, that was so ridiculous.
Oh God, I forgot about that. Where were? Oh, well, we'll be here all night trying to remember.
Where,
Oh, then was that on the trip with? No, because that's post Monica.
the Bahamas trip was season 4. Last season, the final trip was, I can't even remember.
Yeah.
It was Trump.
I don't even remember.
I just remember, yeah, the whole game of like, tell me the worst thing you've said about me.
The worst.
I don't remember.
Read the worst texts. Yeah. Oh, so with next week being the finale, that's to be good. And then there's definitely going to be a 3-part reunion.
For sure.
I mean, has there ever been a 4-part reunion?
Yes.
Oh.
No, Atlanta had one.
Oh, wow.
They were the first to have 4 parts. And then I believe it's, Beverly Hills had 4.
Well, nothing warrants a 4-part.
Nothing. It's a 4-part reunion. No.
I mean, if something that's like 2, like if each half the season had something really serious happen, I could see them getting into it. But no,
it's not. You just do supersize. Like do 75 minutes for all 3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that'd be the way to handle that.
yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah. So overall, though, good episode.
Yeah. Good way to round out 2025.
Yeah. Do you have a rose and a thorn for 2025 of Housewives?
Oh,
did we already bring this up on Potomac?
I don't think we did. Well, we might have tried to,
Yeah.
but no, I really don't. And even if I did, I can't remember.
I don't even know why I said it, because I can't even either.
I was going to move into thanking people for listening. That's the rose, is that I think we've, our second year doing this podcast, we've made some great friends, and we've had gained some wonderful listeners all over the world. Ireland, Australia, Saudi Arabia. It's nutty. And so, no, thanks for listening, everyone. And, I just hope that next year we get better at this and we continue to grow. I appreciate having this forum, as small as it is, to be able to share our thoughts and find like-minded people who enjoy hearing what we have to say. So.
Goodness. Well, I always appreciate just talking to you.
Oh, now I'm the jerk, huh?
All the time, even though we do this off pod, on pod. That's the thing. If it's fun because it's doing it with each other, talking ish about Housewives, and
you're gonna make me cry.
Yeah.
Oh. So, well, thank you. It's very nice of you to say. And then I think all that's left to say right now is until 2026.
It's 2026.